SUVs are supposed to be tough, dependable, and built for the long haul. But not all of them live up to that promise. Some models have become notorious for their transmission failures, leaving owners with hefty repair bills and frustration. Today, we'll break down 12 SUVs you should avoid if you want reliability. Let's start with the ones that cause the biggest headaches. Number 1. Ford Escape. The 2013 to 2019 Ford Escape earned popularity as a compact SUV, but its transmission tells a different story. Many owners discovered problems much earlier than expected, with rough shifting, jerky gear changes, and even sudden transmission failure showing up as early as 70,000 miles. Instead of lasting comfortably past 200,000 miles, these Escapes often demand rebuilds or replacements before they hit 100,000. Repair costs typically fall between $3,500 and $6,000, wiping out any savings from buying used, while resale prices in 2025 still hover between $9,000 and $15,000. The risk is substantial. Transmission control module issues, fluid leaks, and torque converter failures appear repeatedly in owner reports. Independent mechanics often recommend skipping this generation entirely, especially if maintenance records are incomplete. Buyers tempted by the low upfront cost might soon face staggering bills, turning what looks like a bargain into one of the riskiest SUV purchases available. Number 2. Honda Passport. Honda's reputation for bulletproof reliability takes a hit with the 2019 to 2022 Passport. Equipped with a 9-speed automatic, it has been plagued with shifting delays, unexpected downshifts, and rough acceleration. Owners report these problems sometimes as early as 40,000 miles, far earlier than the 200,000-mile lifespan people expect from a mid-size Honda SUV. Transmission repairs here don't come cheap, often ranging between $4,000 and $6,500 for rebuilds or replacements. Even more concerning, some owners experienced repeat problems after repairs, further raising ownership costs. While Honda usually delivers long-lasting models, this particular Passport run stands out as one of the exceptions. Used models in today's market may seem appealing due to competitive pricing, but prospective buyers should remember that a lower upfront cost can quickly be erased by a single transmission failure. For those seeking long-term dependability without major drivetrain concerns, this version of the Passport remains a gamble. Number 3. Nissan Murano. The Nissan Murano from 2015 to 2022 is stylish and comfortable, but its transmission history tells a different story. Nissan's CVT system has been a recurring source of complaints, with shuddering, slipping, and overheating often appearing well before 100,000 miles. Some owners even reported failure under 70,000 miles, forcing premature, expensive repairs. Rebuilding or replacing the CVT usually costs $4,000 to $6,000, and troublingly, replacement units have sometimes developed the same problems within 50,000 to 80,000 miles. This cycle of breakdowns has left many owners facing expenses that outweigh the SUV's resale value. Even though used Muranos are priced between $15,000 and $27,000 in 2025, the hidden risk is enormous. Nissan has issued updates, but long-term fixes remain elusive. If you thought these transmission headaches were bad, just wait until you see what comes next, where even newer SUVs suffer major breakdowns long before expected. Number 4. Volkswagen Taos. The Volkswagen Taos is a relatively new entrant in the SUV market, but early buyers have already uncovered significant transmission concerns. The dual-clutch automatic in these models has shown failures at surprisingly low mileage, sometimes before 30,000 miles. Drivers reported sudden loss of power, delayed acceleration, and harsh shifting. In more severe cases, complete failure occurred under 60,000 miles. Repair or replacement costs are steep, falling between $5,000 and $7,000. Even though warranty coverage may soften the initial blow, part shortages have left owners waiting weeks without their vehicle. Used Taos models currently cost between $20,000 and $29,000, but the risk of transmission failure makes them a questionable purchase. Software updates have attempted to improve shift quality, but mechanical issues continue to linger. For anyone hoping the Taos would represent modern reliability, the reality is far less reassuring, showing that even fresh designs aren't immune to costly flaws. Number 5. Mitsubishi Outlander. The Mitsubishi Outlander from 2014 to 2022 looks like a budget-friendly option, but its CVT transmission undermines that promise. Owners frequently report slipping, shuttering, and hesitation during acceleration, with issues often surfacing between 60,000 and 90,000 miles. In severe cases, complete CVT failure can occur before 100,000 miles, leaving drivers with repair bills ranging from $4,000 to $6,000. Worse yet, temporary fixes like valve body replacements or software updates rarely solve the underlying problems for long. Many drivers face repeat issues within another 40,000 to 70,000 miles. While used Outlanders still list for $11,000 to $22,000 in today's market, the cost of transmission repairs can easily surpass savings from the lower sticker price. Despite otherwise reasonable ownership costs, this generation's transmission problems make it a risky investment. And if you think the Outlander's issues are rough, the next SUV shows how even family favorites can disappoint. Number 6. Chevrolet Traverse. The Chevrolet Traverse from 2018 to 2022 may appear like the perfect mid-size family SUV, but its transmission has caused significant frustration for many owners. Issues often surface between 60,000 and 80,000 miles, far earlier than the expected lifespan. Symptoms include slipping gears, rough shifting, and, in some cases, total transmission failure. Repair costs run between $4,500 and $7,000, a painful hit for families expecting dependability. Some owners even report repeated failures after warranty replacements, with the same issues returning within 50,000 miles. Used models remain priced between $23,000 and $34,000 in today's market, but potential buyers should weigh that against the high likelihood of major expenses. Even though the Traverse delivers spacious interiors and good ride comfort, its transmission reliability has cast a long shadow. For buyers seeking long-term peace of mind, this model carries risks that may outweigh its benefits. Number 7. Hyundai Santa Fe. The Hyundai Santa Fe from 2014 to 2023 delivers plenty of features, but its transmission has been a consistent weak spot. Owners frequently report slipping, delayed shifting, and even sudden failures before 100,000 miles. While the SUV should last well over 200,000 miles with proper care, these early breakdowns cut its potential lifespan short. Transmission replacements typically cost between $4,200 and $6,500, sometimes even more if additional components are involved. To make matters worse, replacement units have occasionally failed again within 40,000 to 70,000 miles, creating a cycle of repeat expenses. Hyundai has issued software updates to improve shifting quality, but they fail to address the underlying mechanical flaws. Used Santa Fe models may be tempting, with prices ranging from $14,000 to $30,000 depending on trim and mileage. Still, the risk of costly drivetrain issues makes this SUV a questionable choice. And what's coming next might surprise you even more. Number 8. Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue has remained popular, but its transmission reputation tells another story. From 2012 to 2024, countless owners reported issues tied to the CVT system. Problems include shuddering, whining noises, slipping, and sudden loss of power, often appearing between 60,000 and 90,000 miles. In many cases, complete CVT failure struck before the vehicle even hit 100,000 miles. Replacement costs typically fall between $4,000 and $6,000, and repeat failures have been reported within 40,000 to 70,000 miles of repair. Despite Nissan's updates and extended warranties, the core design flaws remain unresolved. Used Rogues remain popular in today's market, priced between $12,000 and $28,000 depending on condition, but they carry a significant risk of repeat transmission expenses. For those expecting a reliable SUV capable of long-term ownership without major costs, this Rogue generation has proven to be a risky and often disappointing investment. Number 9. Ford Explorer. The Ford Explorer from 2020 to 2022 offers modern styling and technology, but its transmission history is concerning. Owners have experienced harsh shifting, hesitation, and sudden failures at surprisingly low mileage, sometimes as early as 30,000 to 50,000 miles. This is far sooner than expected for a modern 10-speed automatic. Repair or replacement typically costs between $4,500 and $7,000, wiping out any savings from purchasing used. Even after replacements, some units have shown similar issues within 40,000 to 60,000 miles, leaving owners frustrated and out of pocket. Ford has issued software updates and technical bulletins, but these measures haven't fully solved the underlying mechanical flaws. While used models still fetch between $27,000 and $40,000, the long-term risk is high. For buyers hoping for a dependable SUV capable of lasting beyond 150,000 miles, this Explorer generation often falls short of expectations. Number 10. Jeep Compass. The Jeep Compass from 2017 to 2021 has been one of the brand's most problematic compact SUVs when it comes to transmissions. Equipped with either a 6-speed automatic or CVT, these models frequently suffer from sluggish acceleration, rough shifting, and early breakdowns. Problems often show up between 50,000 and 80,000 miles, far sooner than most buyers expect. In some cases, complete transmission failure occurred before 90,000 miles, forcing repairs that cost between $3,800 and $6,000. Even more troubling, some owners reported repeat failures within 40,000 to 60,000 miles after repair. Used Compass models are still priced between $14,000 and $24,000 in today's market, but the likelihood of early transmission costs makes them less appealing. While Jeep attempted to issue updates, the underlying weaknesses remain unresolved. If you think the Compass is risky, the next SUV shows how even bigger models with higher price tags can face the same fate. Number 11. Nissan Pathfinder. The Nissan Pathfinder from 2017 to 2020 carries one of the most troubling transmission records in the mid-size SUV class. Owners have reported shuddering, slipping, and sudden loss of acceleration tied to its CVT. These issues often show up between 60,000 and 90,000 miles, with some cases of total failure occurring before the vehicle even hit 100,000 miles. Repair costs are steep, usually falling between $4,200 and $6,500. What makes matters worse is that some replacement transmissions also fail within 40,000 to 70,000 miles, creating a cycle of expenses. Nissan has issued extended warranties and technical service bulletins, but those fixes haven't eliminated the root problem. In today's market, used Pathfinders from this era cost between $17,000 and $28,000, but the savings up front can quickly vanish. For long-term reliability, this SUV remains a gamble, and many mechanics recommend looking elsewhere for a dependable family hauler. Number 12. Jeep Cherokee. The Jeep Cherokee from 2016 to 2022 is another SUV plagued by serious transmission issues. Equipped with a 9-speed automatic, it often develops harsh shifting, delayed engagement, or sudden surges well before 100,000 miles. Some owners even report problems starting as early as 40,000 miles, which is shockingly premature for a modern SUV. Repair or replacement costs usually range from $4,500 to $7,000. Unfortunately, many drivers found that even after costly repairs, the same problems resurfaced within 50,000 miles, leaving them frustrated and out thousands of dollars. Jeep has rolled out multiple software updates to improve shift quality, but these patches haven't resolved the deeper mechanical flaws. While used Cherokees are still priced between $16,000 and $28,000 depending on trim, the likelihood of repeated transmission failures makes them a poor long-term bet. And if you think Jeep's problems end here, wait until you see what another American SUV has in store. And there you have it, some of the SUVs with the worst track records for transmission reliability. While many look appealing on the surface, their hidden costs can quickly drain your wallet. When shopping for a dependable ride, always check service history, owner reports, and expert reviews. Avoiding these models could save you thousands in the long run. Thanks for watching, stay smart, and drive safe.